Yo, hello and welcome to another episode of the End to End Football Podcast.
Oh yeah.
I know you're looking at your screen right now and thinking, yo, who's this white done?
If you're thinking that you're not real, you weren't here. You weren't day ones. I want to hear day ones out there.
It's the return of the Mac. Do you know what I mean? Huh?
Why not? It's been a while. Listen, you see the shirt. It's West Ham. I picked a lovely week to come on. Back in Kuda. You know, I had to cherry pick the week to come on, and this is the best one.
Is that, boy? How convenient.
Nah, it definitely wasn't like that. It definitely wasn't like that at all. But it's just fallen on lucky days. It's just fallen on lucky days. What can you say?
Yeah,
What can you say?
That's how the cookie crumbles, is to say, isn't it?
Plenty to talk about, though. You know what I mean? I mean, Manchester derby. Let's go there straight away. Could us 6-3. 6-3.
Flattering 6-3, bro.
It is as well, man. It could have been a cricket score, to be honest with you. Could have been a cricket score.
Man, them are setting the pace already, boy.
North London is red.
It is indeed, boy. We'll get onto that, boy.
Don't worry, that's there, Nick. That's there. Don't worry. We're coming onto that. But you can't look past Haaland at the moment. You know, I would love to sit here and talk Man United. We'll talk Man United, of course, but Haaland, let's give it up for Haaland a bit. Man, he's making a mockery of the hardest league in the world. He's making an absolute mockery of it at the moment.
Man said, yo. Man said, what? Bundesliga tax, yeah? Prem tax. What you man saying? He's giving you Prem tax. 17 goals.
He's unstoppable, honestly. I can't see him getting stopped.
What did I say? Like he's like is he like 7 goals away or 8 goals away from the high score the top scorer? Because Kane and who shared it? Salah and Son. And they had what, 25 goals or 24
24, something
like that.
I think it might have been 24. Low 20s.
You know what I mean? He ain't far from that already.
I didn't even think about that.
And October just started, bro. Yo, this is like, you know when you make your pro on FIFA? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a cheat code, man.
And you just edit the stats. That's what he is, bro. You know
this guy's a cyborg. Honestly, he's a cyborg made to play football and destroy defenses because it's just unreal. Falls to his left, finish. Falls to his right, finish. Header, finish. You want him to bang in a little ball behind to set up Phil Foden as well? Yeah, no problem. I'll do that as well. It's not an issue.
That's what made me laugh, because all this time it's been, you know, I mean, he's clinical, but he's got like 8 touches in the whole game. This game is like, okay, hold this assistant. I see him coming back to the midfield to just touch the ball once for no reason. I was like, this guy, he's on limits.
Yeah, he just wanted that heat map to get away from the penalty spot for a change, man. Every you see it, it's there. He's unstoppable. You got Phil Foden as well. Manchester derby, local lad, scores a hat-trick. No one talks about him. No one talks about it. It's all about Haaland. Then we're guilty of it ourselves, man. But Foden, he played well. He scored the bangers.
Yeah, he scored the bangers. We'll get into Foden as well, but you got to start off with the main man, yeah, because I've heard it all. You know, the salty fans are out already. At first, the salty fans were saying Bundesliga tax. He ain't done it, but he was scoring Champions League goals. Do you know what I mean? He was scoring Champions League goals for like Salzburg and them.
Salzburg. He was banging the Champions League goals.
So. He's a serious guy, yeah? And then you got to look at it. And people, then I've heard the haters after the community shield. Remember, he missed that big chance.
Yeah,
people get excited, started talking nonsense. The league started. He's banging goals. Next thing was
against us. No problem.
Yeah. Then they were like, but he doesn't touch the ball, this, that, and the other. Then now I'm hearing, but it's Man City. Okay, it's Man City. So why didn't Aguero do it then? Aguero's one of the best strikers.
Well.
He's one of the best strikers to ever be in this league, bro. He didn't touch these numbers, bro. You got nowhere near numbers like this.
These numbers are unseen before. That's when they threw up that stat with Michael Owen's hat tricks. How long it took him to get it? You know what I mean? He's just making Michael Owen was a baller. He was a baller.
He's what I'm saying. I don't
he scored
want to hear that.
Fun.
I don't want to hear that it's Man United, sorry, it's Man City excuse and all that kind of stuff here, because that's the kind of stuff people have said about Messi. Oh yeah, he's got Iniesta and them man there behind him, Ronaldo. Oh yeah, look, he's got all these man. Bro, if it was that easy, then everyone that plays for that team should be hitting them numbers, isn't it?
It should be no problem whatsoever.
Like,
should be no problem whatsoever.
Why is it only them that do it then? You know what I mean? Like, yo, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. This guy he is disgusting. You know what?
Now on the reals, Kuda, Premier League goals, how many does he get this season?
Do you know what? I'm going over 40, you know. I'm gonna go 42 at a limb.
Wow.
I'm going 42.
You know what? And that's
with no injuries, I'm going 42.
That's the way.
You know
the only thing that can break this cheat code is himself, because the injuries can be a bit suspect. But let's not forget, Kuda, there is a World Cup in the middle of this. He ain't going to. He ain't going to that. He's chilling.
He's going to be chilling. Back. He's going to be back in that lab where it was made and getting upgrades. Whilst everyone is running around in the heat in Qatar, bro. He's going to be getting the new upgrade. You know what I mean? He's going to be mad. He's going to be mad, bro. You know what I mean? All them players that come back from the World Cup all sluggish and that. He's going to
knackered.
Be ready. I'm telling you.
I'm with you.
No injuries. I'm going. Like I said, 42 is a random number, but I'm thinking he's
plus
gonna,
40.
He's gonna,
plus 40.
He's going to reach that. I'm thinking he's going to reach that. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be doing them numbers that Ronaldo and Messi was doing in La Liga, bro. He's going to be doing 40 goals in that. He's mad. It's mad. You know what I mean? You can see this guy's trying to downgrade the thing and say 37 goals. You know what I mean? Man said he will get an injury. You know what I mean? We got what's he called? Someone that can predict the future over there. What are the little numbers, big man? Let us know. Let us know, boy. But now, man, Haaland is doing a madness. I want to run through some of the other players. I thought, obviously, Phil Foden. After the week he's had with that waistcoat idiot, yeah, the waist man in the waistcoat, man, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Because bro,
I'm backing it. Waist man in the waistcoat.
Man, this England manager, he was talking nonsense like about Foden. You know what I mean? Like he's some sideman. Obviously, yeah, he didn't perform well, but I think at the same time, are you gonna perform more? Look at the squad list. Squad list got like more defenders than anything else.
England is a mess, man.
It's a mess. And then you look at what Foden was doing in this game. Besides just the goals, the link-up play, this, that, and the other. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said earlier, Haaland overshadowed a brilliant performance there. You know what I mean? Like if Haaland done nothing here, we would have all been talking about Foden. That was a mad performance.
You know what? They all play good. You know, KDB played good. Obviously, he was there. Even Grealish. That's what I was about to go to. Yeah, Grealish had a game.
I've been very critical of Grealish, and one of my pet peeves has been the brother don't know when to release the damn ball, bro. He wants to keep cutting in until the movie's dead, but he was moving the ball quickly. He would just do the one cut in, pass it to De Bruyne, make a run in behind. He's been listening to the pod. He has been listening to the pod, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
He's listening to the pod. I'm telling you, man, because he was keeping it simple and being a lot more effective. Fair enough, he didn't get a goal and assist, but if you actually watch the game, a brilliant performance. Another brilliant performance, man. And let's move on to Man United, because that's the real story.
There you go. When you talk about brilliant performance, we cannot mention any Man United players in that, obviously.
Martial FC will say, Martial came on and bagged 2 goals.
Martial, he banged 2 goals in, but they had substituted half of their team by then, so really,
this is it. But the penalty though was mad. I ain't gonna lie. He bins that. And oddly enough, Man United scored the best goal of the game for me, the Anthony goal.
Fantastic goal.
Killed it. I mean, he done nothing the whole game.
Nothing.
But scored the best goal in the game.
Banger.
But with Man United, I'm not really going to touch on Ten Hag too much here, because I don't really think he done too much wrong, to be honest. Because I heard some United fans saying, oh yeah, Casemiro should have started. But the thing is, if Casemiro started and he got cooked, they would have said, why did you change your winning formula? You know what I mean? Why did you drop McTominay? Yeah, you were winning and now you've dropped him. So I don't think he was going to win either way. Right? So my focus is not really on Ten Hag. I don't think he done too
Nah,
much
it
wrong.
can't, it
You know what I
can't
mean?
be, to be honest with you. After
Yeah.
the run of games that you just said they've had, he was in a no-win situation. Same thing with Ronaldo. You know, the people were saying, "Well, why didn't you start him?" If he starts him and they get cooked again, you didn't start him in the last 4 games. So now why are you messing around with the Willem formula? So like you said, he was on a hide into nothing, to be honest with you. So it's very harsh to criticize Ten Hag really about the performance, because that's what it was down to this game. It was about the performance of the players. Subpar performances all about the pitch.
And certain teams, there's certain players that when they start to do mistakes, I just think to myself, it's gonna be a long day. Like, you know what I mean? Let me just be biased and take it to my team, Madrid. If a game starts and I see Toni Kroos missing passes, I know, it's gonna be a long night. You know what I mean? Because passes, this is your bread and butter. I saw Eriksen, missing some passes in those first few minutes. I was like, ooh, he's been one of your more reliable players. I expect them Hollywood nonsense balls from Bruno. But I was saying it from Eriksen. Bruno done it, but that's Bruno, isn't
it? You'd expect that anyway. It'd be a weird game if he didn't do a ridiculous pass.
Do you know what I mean? But Eriksen, for me, poor. Sancho.
Was he there?
Bro.
Was he there?
Sancho against these teams, like Man City's, where you're trying to hit on the counter, I don't think he's useful. I think he's good for the teams that are going to sit back and he can do the intricate play, you know what I mean, trying to break down a deep block kind of thing. But against these teams, you're better off with Elanga. And I think Elanga is rubbish. But I'm sorry, you're better off with someone with a bit of speed. Because, he offered nothing there.
No, he didn't do anything.
I mean? Rashford, where was he?
I mean, they're non-existent in the first half, man.
McTominay, your boy, who's been playing brilliantly the last
he's been playing well. He's been playing well.
He reverted to type in this one, boy.
Yeah, it's hard to back him too much.
He went missing, bro. He went missing. Do you know what I mean? The back line, they were just Dalot.
Mate, Varane wanted out of there after like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. The way he was looking at the bench, I'm surprised this didn't come out. I'm telling you, it gone down. Hamstring.
As a Madrid fan, I'm very familiar with Varane having a mare at the Etihad. You know what I mean? you don't like that stadium, but they might as well start Maguire, bro. You know what I mean? Varane and the Etihad don't go together, boy. It's just an L, absolute L, boy. Whoa, this is a big statement, boy. Especially coming from Abbas.
I need to call Sancho a flop.
I think anyway, but boy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that after the end of last season, to be honest with you, I thought it didn't do anything last season. And I was expecting big things. I was a big fan of the signing of Sancho. Whether or not you could have been done elsewhere with Man United, but Sancho coming to the Premier League, I thought, this is a surefire win, no problem. And he just hasn't got fire in whatsoever. Whether that's Man United not playing to his strengths, I'm not really sure anymore. I think it's gone on too long for us to turn around and say, oh, they're not playing the way he wants to play. Well, he should have adapted by now or whatnot. He should have, Primo rises to the top, as they say, and he's a floater, but not in that way.
Like, to me, when it comes to this kind of unlocking certain players, it's like, okay, certain players you can see it. Once you get better players around them, you see like what they're about. But they will always show you glimpses or something. Do you know what I mean? To say, okay, there's a player there. He might be better under this system or whatever with this kind of player next to him. Because obviously Sancho, with his partnership that he had with Hakimi and that, do you know what I mean? Doing the 1-2s and all that down the right hand side for Dortmund, that was nice. But him coming there and having Booker T watch man like Wan-Bissaka. It's long, bro. And then sometimes he's on the left with Luke Shaw and all them clowns, I felt a bit sorry for him, but at the same time, sometimes, man, I'm just like, brother, come on, man. You can affect the game better, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's too passive.
Yeah.
He's too passive. You know what I mean?
Very rarely it's like, oh, look at Sancho do this.
Yeah, but it's long. Boy, you know that's desperate times, boy. When you need Wan-Bissaka, boy, peak. But yeah, man, it's interesting anyway because United fans. I mean, I think some of them were starting to believe. The belief was starting to seep in. Do you know what I mean? Them 4 wins, Maguire and Luke Shaw dropped. Revived McTominay.
Plenty Man United fans back in their team against City, thinking it was going to be, a hard fought game, and it was over. It was over within like the first 20 minutes.
I was hearing, Oli has won there. We got a better manager. Do you know what I mean? We're going to give them a hard game. This time, the other. They give them the easiest game they've had all season. Right. Literally, they gave them the easiest game. Man City. We've seen Man City have to go to hell and back against Newcastle, even against my boys, Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? They had to come back from 2-0 down. Other teams have given them tough times. It was the easiest day in the office for them. Do you know what I mean? And for Man United, do you know what? Yeah, but I actually think it's a good thing for Man United. Do you know what I mean? I think this humbling is a good thing because I think they're starting to get too ahead of themselves. Because I'm starting to hear people talk about top 4. We can challenge for top 4 and all that. You know what I mean? These are people that came into the season very humble. United fans came into the season humble, bro. They were like, yo, nah, man. I can't see us doing top 4. 5th or 6th, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Last season humbled them, but them 4 wins, they might want to humble to getting gassed. 1 second, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man.
You don't see United. You don't see United in top 4 then, could I?
Nope.
Challenging or nowhere near it?
I don't even think they'll challenge.
Wow. It's a big shot.
Like that. I think they'll finish 6th. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I don't think they're there. Not with these players. You know what I mean? Not with these players, but I think, you know what I mean? It's not the manager, it's the players, bro. Bro, many teams can go and have a little run, but these players are scud. But these results, the United fans might not see it that way, but these results are good because it reminds the board are not going to be as complacent going into the next. Imagine if they finish 3rd or something. They're going to make that many signings. Do you know what I mean? No. They're going to think, oh, no, yeah, this squad is good. We just need to buy a striker or whatever, and then we're good to go. A few humblings, we realize, okay, no, we can't. This can't run. You know what I mean? This cannot run. We have to actually, do something. I think it's probably good for them.
Up until it starts affecting the Glazers' money coming in, then it's an issue, isn't it?
Yeah, Glazers they only seem to spend money when the Glazer out hashtag starts trending, innit? That's when all of a sudden they pacify them. They pacify them with the Ronaldo signing or with the Casemiro signing. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Get everyone all quiet.
Ronaldo's a strange one now as well. Not getting played. I mean, what happens to him?
I think he needs to call it a day. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Well, completely just give it up.
Yeah, man, he's embarrassing himself out there, man. Did you see how he played against Spain, bro? It was embarrassing. He was like, I was out there. It was shocking. It was shocking. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're meant to be one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Yeah. If he carries on, like let's say he plays another 2 seasons at this level, people will start talking about some scud players. It's already starting now. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't that good anyway. Because he's embarrassing himself out there. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta know when to leave it. Let people have good memories, but all them good memories are getting washed away with his scud performances. Sorry, I'm gonna say I think he's embarrassing himself out there. Unless if he goes to like back to Sporting, do you know what I mean? Stat pad over there in Portugal or something, because in a competitive league, nah, man, I think it's done up. I'm not gonna lie.
That would just be a nice ending to what has been a fantastic career. To go back to Sporting, a couple of seasons there, score loads of goals. I'm sure in the Portuguese league, still play Champions League football here and there, still able to get a couple of goals for works well for him. But whether or not they could pay the money or whatnot is a different thing, and that's what I think maybe stopped him from going elsewhere. Maybe his wage demands were still a bit high.
The thing is, I think he was humbling the wages, and people still didn't want him. I think this is probably the most humbling summer he's ever had in his career.
What you thought? He
I think he
thought that.
wanted to cut. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I think when he said he wants to cut, I'm sure in his head he thought, yeah, I'm gonna have bare clubs after him.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chelsea were interested, but Tuchel blocked the move.
Mm.
That might have gassed him, but then apart from that, no one really put a serious offer into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Like I said, he needs to leave it. But the problem is, as long as Messi's still playing, he's gonna be so paranoid about his records and wanting to carry on. But bro, now you're playing, you know what I mean, FC Salmonella on Thursday. Like, what's that team they're playing? Omonia or whatever it is, bro. That sounds like some new strain of COVID, big man. Like, what is that, bro? You know what I mean, man's gonna be suing in car parks and in a random in some random stadium, like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, man, this is embarrassing, man. He needs to, like I said, he needs to just leave it, man. He needs to leave it. And what's this guy saying? I don't know what he's talking about anyway.
It's Roy Keane's interview after the game yesterday. He was very passionate about Ronaldo. Ronaldo should have gone in the summer, and they should have let him go in the summer. And Keane was certain that there was offers on the table for him, and they didn't allow him to go. Was more the narrative that was being portrayed.
Keane still thinks it's 2008, isn't
it? Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, he come on yesterday on Sky Sports. So obviously, he played in like 18 derbies and never had a defeat. So to watch that, I'm sure, or 14 derbies, and never have a defeat. And so to watch that Man United side for the last couple of seasons must be killing him inside, honestly.
Oh, brother, and watch the son of the guy he ended his career in that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Dropping hat tricks on your head top like that. It's long, you know? It's long. No wonder he's in that studio fuming, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Anyway, let's move on to the other derby where this is probably my favorite derby, because this game is always. I'm yet to see a boring North London derby, man.
It's always an entertaining game.
Always a good game.
Always.
I'm gonna let you take the floor on this because I know you got some spice for these, man.
No, but you see the you see the thing is that Tottenham, you know, we were undefeated. We're undefeated. And then they didn't turn up. They did not turn up, man. Again, you know, we were just talking about Man United not turning up. I don't think there was any Tottenham player that turned up. There were so many poor performances in the Tottenham team. But I don't want to take too much away from Arsenal, because I think Arsenal played fantastic football.
Yeah,
I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were lovely. And as I said before, you know, Tottenham fans before the game, they were. This is going to be a tough game, but obviously, I think we can pick it. But nah, because Tottenham.
But you know what? Yeah, well, you say that quickly. Tottenham fans didn't have no faith in the win, because a lot of them, I'll see them on streams like this or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah, we can get a result, talking yap, and then they'll be like, okay, prediction time, I think we'll get a 2-2. Now, if you're talking bare hype, and then your best prediction you're gonna come with is a draw, Tottenham fans knew in their heart they weren't gonna beat this Arsenal side. I mean, they haven't won there in how many years or how many attempts? I think the last time they won there was like a cup game anyway. I think in the league it's like a mad what's it called? A mad long time, And this Arsenal team, you have to give it its props. Do you know what I mean?
Firing on
have to give it its props. Even the game they lost against United, they played well there. It's only that they caught. It's only that, you know, what's his name? Arteta, he rushed the subs a bit. You know what I mean? The second half in that game, that's probably the only mistake he made in there. But really and truly, that's a game that could have possibly walked out with a draw in that game. Every other game, there's a couple of games here and there they've kind of struggled, but not really. But every time, especially the way they start, they always start on fire, bro. The way they press you literally look and think, "Rah, this guy's got nowhere to pass this ball," you know. You know what I mean?
They are 100 miles an hour at the start of the game. It has to be said. I mean, that's definitely something Arteta's focused. And
it's organized. It's organized press, because I've seen certain teams try and press you, and the press is just a nonsense. You know what I mean? They press and people just pick passes through it, and you know what I mean, and they threw on them. But when Arsenal press is so organized, like I said, the player barely has, you know, apart from just hoofing it, You know what I mean? Like he's got no outball. He's proper organized. And they are absolutely cooking, man. Like Partey, what a goal, boy! What a goal!
What a goal!
First time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ridiculous to even take it on, some would say.
you know what I mean? And even his performance, man. Boss that midfield.
He played very well.
Him and Xhaka as well. You know what I mean? The villain. Huh? Xhaka's
come
rewriting his Arsenal story, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Who saw that coming?
Man.
Honestly, who saw that coming? Honestly, man. Well, it's true though, because they've moved him further up the field now, and he's not, covering that defensive line. He doesn't need to be so ridiculous as he was during those times. So he looks a lot better, and he's a much better footballer because of it.
And the funny thing with Xhaka is like, he's one of them players where like a lot of times when he gets sent off, he'll be having an okayish game and he'll just do a madness, isn't it? A couple of minutes of madness and he's sent off. You know what I mean?
Done.
He's actually quite decent technically in that, but yeah, man, like Arsenal, absolute top of them. They're still top of the table, isn't it? Yeah, top of the table. So. Yeah, I think Man City at 1 point behind them.
Okay.
I mean, I think most people don't think they're gonna challenge for the title, but I think they're very comfortable in the top 4.
You know what I mean, people are gonna have to start talking about them, challenging for the title at the moment. Because who have they got next? I think they're playing Liverpool next. Arsenal.
Yeah, Liverpool at home next. And Liverpool, they're a bit up and down. You know what I mean? You don't know what Liverpool you're going to get.
Exactly.
So, that's actually a winnable. That's normally a guaranteed L for Arsenal. But this season, you don't know, but they might get the win there. I think if they lose that Liverpool game, that's purely psychological. You know what I mean? That's not based on the football they've been playing, because they've been better than Liverpool this season. You know what I mean? They lose that game. That's psychological. That's them not being able to get over that mental block of being a big team like Liverpool. You know what I mean? Because bro, Liverpool, like, come on, man. They're conceding pure goals to just anybody right now.
What the defending is all about.
Yeah, but Arsenal are cooking, man. Arsenal are absolutely cooking. It's beautiful to watch. What's this guy saying?
Oh, that's for Spurs, isn't it?
Spurs. Yeah.
What's his name? Son. Oh. Nightmare game. Oof. Woeful. When you saw that montage at the end of the game with how many chances he had to like slip Kane through, slip Kulusevski through, whoever it may have been, they're not extra Wow, bro, who's this player? What happened?
I've never seen such a hot and cold player like Son. But now again, when I think of it now, I know this is maybe revisionist, or like, what do you call it? Revisionist or either recency biased, But now when I think of it, does he actually do much apart from just bang goals and just have good finishing with both feet? Do you know what I mean? Like, as in the link-up play and all the rest of it. Because when I think of him, I just think of him running through on goal from a Kane pass and just whacking it left foot, right foot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they had like the
connection in it. But it's more. Yeah. I think it's more Kane feeding him than the other way around, which is weird considering Kane is a striker. Do you know what I mean? Like. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. He's looking kind of funny in the light, boy. I mean, he's still a great player.
Who, by the way, Kane? Yeah, let's talk about Harry Kane at the moment. Yeah, he must be fuming at the moment, absolutely fuming, because had it not been for Daniel Levy, he could have been at Man City. Could have been at Man City, not needing the top goal scorer accolade, because that's the only accolade he's ever gonna get. And then to have that taken, Haaland might get there before him, mind. He's scoring, but
this guy,
Kane's gonna hit it, and then Haaland's gonna overtake it, and then Haaland's gonna have untold trophies to parade around, and Kane's gonna have nothing. They're not gonna win anything.
Nah. Like, that whole staying at Tottenham to beat Shearer's record thing is just nonsense, man.
And like I said, it's obsolete now anyway. It's obsolete because the cyborg's in the league.
That's the thing, isn't it? As you said to me before, man, it's like, he might beat that record and then, 2 months later, Haaland is there. Like, he's already taking it again. So it'll be kind of pointless. It's like, so what, your career is just scoring useless goals that amounted to nothing.
Exactly. So it would be a shame. It would be a shame because he is fantastic.
I don't think it's a shame. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a shame. I don't feel sorry for him. No, I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry.
There was me being diplomatic towards the Spurs player. You weren't having none of it.
I'm not having any of it because these players,
I'm down for it.
Even Son as well. Remember when Kane wanted to leave after that disastrous season where they ended up with, I can't remember, some random players, manager, whatever. When they sacked Jose before the cup final. In any case,
yeah. Mason. No, I was gonna say.
I was gonna say Mason Mount, you know.
I saw it's Mason someone or other.
Yeah, but Kane wanted to leave. That's when he was close-ish to going to Man City. Yeah. In that summer, who signed a new deal? Son. I was like, you man have no ambition, you know. I was like, you can never complain. I was like, Son, I don't even want to see you crying on the pitch. Remember the way he was crying on the pitch after the final? I was like, I don't ever want to see you cry on the pitch again, blood, because you signed that deal, innit? You are happy to lose, blood. You know what I mean? But if you're extending, people like Son and Kane, they can go to most teams in the world, bro.
Exactly. You
know what I mean?
And win trophies. Tottenham is not a team to win trophies.
They keep signings. Same thing as Wilfred Zaha. I don't feel sorry for him. I'm sorry. You keep signing the deal. You get offered this new deal. You see the money and you're like, oh yes, let's go. You know what I mean? But if you left it, you could have won. You could have gone. These players, you know what I mean? They try to do the innocent thing at the end, like, oh, you know, I want to leave. Brother, if you want to leave, don't sign a deal. Because your guy, what's his name? Rice. They're offering him a deal. He's saying nah because he's thinking to cut. If he signs that deal, he can cry about, oh yeah, I didn't get my chance to leave. It is what it is, man.
Just sign the deal, Rice. Honestly, come on.
Look at this guy, man.
I know, man. We're selling. As long as it's big money, we sell him. It's not a problem.
But yeah, man. But Kane, boy, yeah, that whole career plan, man. He needs to go to Bayern and stat pad, man. You know what I mean?
Why not? Why not just go to Bayern? Honestly, why not just go to Bayern? Bayern are crying out for him at the moment. Why not?
Exactly, man. You know what I mean? Go to Bayern and just stat pad, get loads of goals, play Champions League football. You might even win the Champions League. You know what I mean? You never know.
Win 10 Bundesliga's trophies. You know what I mean?
This is it. Imagine going from Spurs to a team that wins a trophy every year. That would be a mad culture shock, isn't it? That would be a mad culture shock.
Holding the trophy, is this what it's like?
Wow. Oh my days. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But you know what? Yeah, we got to get on to Conte, and we haven't got a soundtrack this week. But both the L's are for Spurs. Yeah. Start off with the manager. I mean, first of all, the tactics.
Inept.
Bro, how deep were they, bro? They showed it on Match of the Day. Yeah? Like the midfielders were also in the box.
It's
like, for that Partey goal.
Crazy.
They were so deep. That's why Partey had so much space. I mean, you don't expect him to finish like that, but still, it's like, bro, the whole team was centre backs.
Ridiculous. And he wasn't even playing free at the back. But yet they were why not play free at the back then? You know what I mean? If he's going to play like that, he might as well play 3-5 at the back, whatever.
This is it. So tactically, it's looking funny in the light. Then, how is Basuma not getting into this team? Like Højbjerg and Bentancur and that ahead of him. Nah, man.
You got to give him a chance at 1 second because Bentancur has had a good start to the season, but that Højbjerg, I'm not a big fan of. Nah,
man. And even I look at Kulusevski as well. He's been one of the better attackers as well. Towards the end of last season, or since he joined.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been one of their best wingers, and all of a sudden he's not in the team now. You're playing with Richarlison. I don't get that, man.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I don't get that. He's making some funny choices, and then we got the Piso de Resistance, man like Emerson Royal, the fake Brazilian. He's not Brazilian. He's from Ecuador, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I know an Ecuadorian when I see it, but like, you know what I mean?
There's no words for the stupidity. Honestly, there's just no words for it.
And people argue that it's not a red card. You're right.
No. I you know what? When it was in real time, you're thinking, what was that? That didn't look too. It didn't look. But when you see it from that other angle, you can just see him just scrape down. You're like, "Oi, come on, man!
Yeah,
you're a footballer, man. You shouldn't be doing that to other footballers. Surely."
Spurs just bought Basuma to stop him going to Arsenal. You know what? As bad as that sounds, I'm starting to believe that. You know what I mean? Like, I am actually starting to believe that, bro, because I don't see the point.
But they done the same with the Spence guy as well, Jed Spence, didn't it?
Oh yeah, because he might be
because
Arsenal needed the right back, didn't they? Because now they got Ben White playing. Even though Ben White is actually doing
and they just purchased him, and he ain't even seen the first team squad. Why? I don't know. Again, you got Emerson Royale, who, by the way, let's make it very well clear that he suffered the biggest L of the week this week. Again, no sound effects, unfortunately. But I don't even think this one needs sound effects, to be honest with you. It's so blatant.
Self-explanatory, bro. Self-explanatory. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, some of the Spurs were like, and it was almost an excuse. Oh yeah, but Emerson got sent off. Oh, he's an idiot. I see them. Like, the fans trying to shift the narrative. But brother, if he kept 11 on the pitch here, Arsenal was smoking you from start to finish here. The goal that they scored was a penalty. That was just because Gabriel just had his one bozo moment, you know what I mean? and gave away a pen, yeah. But really and truly, and Arsenal should have had a pen as well on Romero on Jesus.
And Jesus, how did that not be given a penalty, by the way?
And that didn't even go to VAR. I don't even think they checked it.
It was just it's not okay.
Just waved it away. It's a joke. It's a joke. I mean, the way Jesus was cooking them, yeah. Oh my God. I'm telling you,
it could have been more. It could have been more of a win. It could have been a bigger win.
Absolutely should have been more, man. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Arsenal are playing. I've got nothing bad to say about Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, even the game they lost, to me, they deserve minimum a draw in that United game. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal have been excellent.
Very well.
They've been excellent, man. They've been excellent. You know what I mean? We'll just see how long it lasts and that. But I did hear, though, statistically, a team that's with as many points as Arsenal have at this point of the season, historically, always challenges for the title. Like finishes a few points behind, or do you know what I mean? Minimum a few points behind.
That's
so
pressure.
The pressure's on.
That's pressure now.
I mean, the pressure's on, boy. But you know what? If I'm an Arsenal fan, even if they bottle the title, it's like, bruv, we bought the title, but you know what I mean? Who expected us to be in the title anyway?
Yeah.
And for me, Arsenal, you're in a win-win situation. Do you know what I mean? I think it would be very disingenuous for everyone to be laughing at Arsenal. Oh, look, they're not in the title race, but they still finished top 4. That's bruv. Because none of us were predicting them to be in this position. You can't now start to laugh at them if they drop off to just a comfortable top 4, which is the minimum they'll get. You know what I mean? Absolutely, man. Yeah. Man.
Oh, yeah. There's no mistake about it. We're not saying
exactly.
are gonna leapfrog City at any point in time. But right now, you're saying if it's someone out of the league coming close to, is at this statistically, as could have just said, it's going to be Arsenal. When you get this amount of points at the start of the season, you got to be up there or should be up there. But even so, it's a win-win. As long as they qualify for Champions League football, for me, Arsenal have had a great season. Fantastic season. That's what you needed. Just get into that Champions League, start rolling in the money, get the different players, after being out of the cycle for X amount of years. Once you start getting that back in and it comes in year on, you're gonna make it.
You will not hear me. I might do the 1-2 banter and laugh a little bit, but it will just be a joke, because to me, they've got so much credit now in the bank with these points. You know what I mean? It's like, if they just collect all these points and they collapse in March or whatever, they'll still be top 4. Do you know what I mean? Which is the target anyway. So yeah, I think they're good, man. You know what I mean? I think they're all right. But man, let's move on from the Arsenal loving, boy. I'm starting to feel sick.
I was just happy coating off Tottenham, so we could have stayed there for a while longer, could have. But it's all right. It's all right.
I'm telling you. Yeah, man. What do you say? What should you move on to, boy? It's gotta be Liverpool, isn't it?
Oof. I mean, oof.
Unfortunately, we don't have our resident Liverpool fan. But
I would have liked him here today. Actually, I would have liked him here, because it's a bit of a mad one, wasn't it? You got to be happy to come away with something by the end of it, a draw. But
do you know how I know? Yeah, because I didn't watch the match. I only saw the highlights. Yeah, the way that I know that was a bad performance is Klopp came out and said the draw was a fair result. Now, when the manager say a draw was a fair result, it means that we got lucky to get away with a draw here. Do you know what I mean? You know, because normally they'll be saying, no, we should have won this, that, and the other. But yeah, I think he knows they got away with one because, I mean, those first half highlights, man, it looked like they should have been 4-0 up. That was insane.
I mean, it could have been as well. By the way, blimey. I mean, how? I don't know what's going on. Have you got any answers at all? What's going on with Liverpool right now?
I've got no answers. I don't think Klopp has the answers. You know what I mean? Because it's so confusing for so many of the players to all just be bad at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can everyone just?
I heard a theory the other day on this. Actually, I heard a theory.
What? Don't tell me the inhalers and that.
Nah. So so Klopp has got a 7-year cycle, isn't it? Yeah. So at Mainz, you know, the wonders he done there.
Yeah.
7th year, got relegated. Yeah, at Mainz. He never got relegated. Yeah, he was on the way to get relegated, blah, and he left to go Dortmund. Dortmund, 7 years, won a consecutive Bundesliga title. Yeah. Last season for Dortmund, finished 7th. On the 7th year.
I remember that last season for Dortmund, boy. They were losing some mad games, boy. They were losing to like some any teams.
How many years has been in charge of Liverpool now?
What, 7 years as well? 7-year itch, yeah. It's mad.
I was just saying,
it's crazy though, because you know when you think of it, you're like, this is a team, that was what, like a Man City comeback from winning the league, and a Courtois freaking, you know what I mean, mad game from winning the Champions League. Yeah, they were this close to winning everything
you could.
But the maddest thing is they were also this close to even winning nothing, because the 2 they won were on penalties. You know what I mean? This is crazy. It's crazy how things can change so quickly. But I suppose, you know, for Liverpool, everything kind of goes back to the midfield, isn't it? Everything goes back to the summer. You know, I mean, chasing Tchouaméni, you don't get him, and then you sign a striker instead. That don't make no sense to me.
No.
And I'm hearing, we were always interested in him, but you weren't chasing him like that. You know what I mean? Clubs are always interested in a lot of players. You know what I mean? If you talk about the players that Liverpool are tracking right now, you know, it's more than they can sign.
This will be longer than your arm, mate.
Yeah, so I don't really buy that. Yeah. And on this point, missing Mane, I think to an extent, but I don't even think Mane would have sorted out what's going on right now, because like it's just not the same, is it? The press is not the same. Like, listen, I like to laugh at Trent just as much as the next man, but I watch the goals as well, And even though he got cooked, because one of them he was on his knees, that was quite hilarious. Still, the way he got dusted, he was peak. But I mean, he starts off with him. He the nonsense clearance he does,
That's the one that loops up in the air. Just
heads it up into the air. But then at the same time, what's Henderson doing?
Yeah, he missed it as well, didn't he?
Do you know what I mean? He just got bundled over, like, you know what I mean? And then bang, straight through. And I think one of them goes as well, Alisson, do you know what I mean? He should have maybe saved it. Even though Alisson did keep it down at that point, you know. But then everything kind of comes down from that side as well, which makes it worse. But I actually think, Trent is having a meh. But I also think to just blame Trent is covering up some of the other problems as well in the team.
I don't think any of them are playing well. Virgil's not playing well.
Exactly.
He's even definitely not playing well.
Matip for me last season was Mr. Reliable. I've rarely ever seen Matip having a bad game. Do you know what I mean? And even he wasn't good yesterday.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like
the midfield does it needs something more. It needs something more in there, that's for sure. No, it just doesn't do it. Henderson needs something more than that. Like a Jude Bellingham, for instance, like they're all saying that they're going to sign him next year. You know, yes, I can see that.
Even that though, do you think Jude Bellingham by himself is going to transform?
No. I think you need another one in there, to be honest with you. Yeah. Another midfielder on the same sort of level. Come on, buy Rice, man, as well. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Why are you trying to flog Rice, bro?
Because should I tell you why? Should I tell you why? Should I tell you why? Yeah, because what's going to happen is, we're going to get to the last year of his contract, and he's just going to go for peanuts. It's going to annoy him. You know, let's just sell him now. Hurry up. He's got 2 years left. Just get rid of him now. They've been having a great season at the moment.
I hear it. I like Rice though.
You know what? I changed my opinion on Rice about halfway through last season, to be honest with you, because I was never like a big, massive fan, as you know, of Rice. But yeah, he drove us forward last season and really stepped up to the plate. I like what he done. But at the end of the day, I know he's not going to sign another contract with us. So
nah, he's not.
I'm a bit reluctant to get too far behind him. You know what I mean?
This guy doesn't want to get hurt. You know, he's trying to shield your feelings. Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, mate. I'm West Ham fans. We've been hurt before. We've been hurt before.
I don't want to get too attached to you.
Nah, mate. Nah. I know when a good England player comes through the ranks at West Ham, it's like let's not get too attached. Let's not get too attached.
Yeah.
He might come back in the latter stages of his career, and that's about it, mate. You know what I mean? That's it.
But yeah, I was gonna say, for Liverpool, I'm just thinking to myself, do you know what? As bad as it is, I still think they'll get top 4. I still think they'll get that patch in it where they might just hit that 10 games, you know what I mean, in a row. You know what I mean? It's only around the corner. But I just think because
of this World Cup wedged in the middle of the season, you know what I mean? I think most teams just let's get to the World Cup stage. Let's break it off, see where we're at, reassess it when we come back and hit the ground running. So, you know, even if Liverpool are struggling up until that time, Liverpool are a team that can bang together results.
Yeah.
You know, we know this is happened before. So, you know, they could go on a mad run. I'm not saying by then it might be too late to get up towards the cities and maybe even Arsenal's that are up there, you know, but to definitely push for the top 4. Because I was hearing people today writing them off for the top 4.
Nah, I think that's nonsense.
I think you're just jumping on a bandwagon there, quite honestly, because Liverpool are still a quality team, and I don't see too many teams, much less 3 teams that are better than Liverpool, or 4 teams, that are better than Liverpool.
I think that's rubbish. I mean, you know, I think most people we got Man City to win the thing. Arsenal are looking kind of strong bankers for top 4. You know, you would I would expect Arsenal to be top 4, and to be honest, I almost equally expect Liverpool to be top 4 as well. More so than what I even do Chelsea. Like, honestly, like, you know what I mean? Like as bad as Liverpool has been, I have more trust in Liverpool than even a Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? I think the 4th spot will probably be a fight between Chelsea and Spurs. I don't believe in United. They might surprise me, but you know. I don't believe yet, boy. These players, nah. The manager,
I'm sticking with Brighton. I'm sticking with Brighton to just go on the mad
left. You were left. Brighton, you know? They look good though. They look good. Do you know what's mad? Like Trossard scored that hat trick here. I mean, brilliant hat trick. But he could have had more goals. But you know, actually was doing okay as well, even though he didn't score. Welbeck.
He's having a great start to the season. He's having a great start to the season.
He didn't score, but he was giving Liverpool problems, bro. He was giving them problems. Yeah, man. No. It's mad. It's mad. What's this question?
See, you answered it in inverted.
Oh, right. Oh no, Liverpool. Out of them 3, definitely Liverpool. I think the other ones is a toss-up. Maybe Chelsea. You know, I mean,
I'd say if you're giving me Chelsea or Man United, I'm gonna say Chelsea. Man United are gonna struggle.
I don't see it. I think Man United is gonna have patches. You know, I mean, go on a little run, get slapped again. Go on a little run, get slapped again. And if they get injuries now with Varane injured, that partnership that's been working, you know, I mean, Martinez and thingy, that's gonna get broken up now. And then Maguire's gonna come back into the fold, or who was it, Lindelof? That ain't the same, boy.
No, it can't be Lindelof. Surely he's got to pick Maguire, honestly. Surely he's got to pick Maguire, honestly.
Yeah, but now for Liverpool, I think Premier League, I don't want to say it's done because you never know. Because they have come back even last season. When they're like 12 points behind last season.
Yeah, it was that 12, 13 points at one stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And they took it to the last day. So you can't write them off. You can't write them off, you know what I mean? What's kind of worrying though is that Man City usually start slow. But they haven't really started slow, and they pick up. So if they go on a normal trajectory, then they're just running away with it. It's going to be long. But yeah, you can't write off Liverpool. Not quite yet, anyway. Not quite yet. But yeah, man. I mean, you got anything else on Liverpool?
Nah. All I wanted to get in was my 7-year itch with Klopp. I was quite happy. When I heard that the other day, I was like, "Ooh, that's quite juicy."
Man, set the agenda, boy. You know what? Since we spoke about them, let me just rip the band-aid, boy, and go through Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. Oh my lord.
It's harsh. It's a harsh one.
Oh,
It's a harsh one.
man.
I felt
I mean,
for you boys.
We scored against the run of play, but after that, come on, man. The man slapped the ball. Yeah, slapped it. And listen, I don't like the Uber driver, called Andre Ayew, as much as the next man, but it's still a goal scoring opportunity, innit? Even this man like me that's agendaed against him, as I am,
You're writing the guy off if you're saying that wasn't a goal scoring opportunity.
Like, you know what I mean?
Just one touch
Like,
and he was gone. He was gone
exactly.
1-on-1.
And then they were trying to highlight Chilwell. I'm like, look where Chilwell is, man. He's
on the other side of the pitch. He's on the other side of the pitch.
By the time he gets there, like, there's no way. That's still a goal scoring opportunity. And it's the deliberateness of the handball as well. It's the first one is the kind of accidental.
Yeah.
Proper slaps.
And then the next one, he just scoops it around.
I'm like, just for that, man,
foot.
Just for that, he should be getting sent off, bro. Do you know what I mean? That is.
And he knew it. The ref knew it because obviously he booked him straight away without hesitation. So he knew that he's handballed it. Like, come on, man, you've got to send him off. That has to be done. It has to be done.
This is it, man. Now, that was a disgusting decision, an absolutely disgusting decision. And then who gets the assist? The man that should have been sent off.
Yep.
And then a lovely swivel. As every year, if you want to watch beautiful goals, watch the goals conceded by Crystal Palace. Look at we're gonna get to the last goal, but look at the goal by Aubameyang. He didn't even touch it, did he? Like, he just went towards him and he just swiveled. He didn't even look where the goal was. He knew where the goal was.
So nice, man. The way he just moved the defender out of the way, swiveled around, went boom.
That finish from Aubameyang was bad. Absolutely sick goal. Absolutely sick goal. You know what I mean? And we kind of half and half, missed a few chances. It was quite an attacking lineup actually from
you played well, man. I thought you played really, really well actually.
It was quite bold. I mean, we're sitting there almost on the relegation zone, but I'm not worried in the slightest because our fixture list has been an absolute joke. Do you know what I mean? We started against
at least you're getting them out of the way.
Yeah, started against top of the table Arsenal. You know what I mean? Went to Anfield. Top of the table Arsenal. Then we played Aston Villa. We beat them. I think we played Brentford. That was a draw. Went away to Anfield. And that was a draw. And then got cooked by Haaland. You know what I mean? At the Etihad. And Chelsea, like I said, getting them out of the way. But and then who else to score the winner?
Written in the stars, as they say, mate.
Gallagher,
you know what I mean?
And do you know what's even more painful for me that he scored? It's not the fact that he played for us last season, It's the fact that he's been rubbish.
Yeah, he's been toilet since he's gone back to Chelsea.
He's been rubbish, bro. All season, he's been dead. Yeah? And this is the game. You wanna do this? Man said, I'm in familiar ground, watch this.
Yeah. Bang. I know this place.
I know exactly where the goal is. Nah, man. Liberty.
It's a good finish, though. It's a good finish.
Oh, it was beautiful. As usual. It's against Crystal Palace. It was a beautiful goal against us. You know what I mean? It's an absolutely beautiful goal, man. Can't believe it, bro. I was like, yo. And I see him trying not to celebrate yet. And then, you know what annoyed me was the interview after, like, and they were like, oh, yeah, obviously, it was a good goal for the team, but I was kind of sad that it's against. I was like, why are you scratching your neck back, bro? When you saying that, bro? Like, I was kind of sad that it was Palace. Shut up, man. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, secretly, you're creasing, bro.
That's what you gotta say, innit? You gotta say, I don't really want to see it. But the funny thing was when Match of the Day showed it, and they go,
oh yeah, so
Ian Wright, yeah. It showed Ian Wright go absolutely hell for leather for the celebration. And that's like, if he didn't do was a somersault. Honestly,
I'm telling you, boy. Yo, those fans, boy. That Ian Wright is one of them players. You can't be booing Ian Wright, boy, because he's gonna bag. That's just gonna rile him up, boy. You know what I mean? You gotta hold that finish. But no, man, that was funny still. But yeah, man, it was. I mean, Chelsea back 4 now, not back 5. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. The jury's still kind of out, though, isn't it? Like with Chelsea, I honestly have no confidence with Chelsea right now. Like if you say they're playing, wherever they're playing, Chelsea against Brentford next week, let's say, for example, I ain't putting money on that. Do you know what I mean?
You're unsure, innit? You don't really know. You don't really know what sort of Chelsea performance you're actually gonna get from them.
This is it, man. So
I just flicked over to the Leicester game. Leicester Forest 3-0 Leicester. My goodness.
Oh, this is the first win, isn't it? It's not
Yeah, where did that come from? Local derby as well.
Yeah,
they was calling it El Sacico.
I said El Sacico. Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, Rodgers is not happy with that because Rodgers has been trying to get sacked.
Yeah.
Doesn't he get? I think he gets like a 20 mil payout, innit?
Something ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Whereas if he walks out, he gets nothing, and it's cheap. They've been very cheap, innit? So they ain't gonna sack him. They didn't sign nobody. They ain't trying to spend that kind of money. So, but he's like, boy, you're gonna have to sack me, boy. Pay me.
Whereas the other guy's contract's up at the end of the season, so I'm sure the compensation for that is just minuscule in comparison to Premier League stuff.
You know, after signing 21 players, whatever they signed, boy.
Madness.
But yo, speaking of sacking, didn't Bruno Lage get sacked as well?
Yeah, he got done this morning. Yeah, it's Sunday. I think he got.
The funniest thing is that my last memory of him was him after that game saying, you know, when we've had a striker available, we haven't lost the game. And he was all laughing and joking in that, and then boom.
No laughing and joking now. You know Cheerio.
The man are like, yo, you had a striker, Diego Costa.
1 in 15 they won though. Coming back from last season, 1 in 15 of the last games they won. Scored 3 goals only this season.
Yeah, that's long.
I mean,
that's long.
The writing was on the wall, and West Ham, we've been absolutely atrocious at the start of the season. So to lose 2-0, I think the international break done Bowen a world of good because he's come back looking like the player he was last season. Started the season off terribly. I'm thankful. Finally, we're actually giving Scamacca a chance up front.
Yeah.
Finally,
big goal, eh?
Was a big goal. This is a nice little finish. I mean, I saw him at the start of the season. I went to the game against City, and he come on as a substitute. And I was thinking, why isn't this guy playing straight away from the start? And we spent 200 million on players, and we still got the same lineup we did 2 years ago. What's going on?
Especially the way Antonio started this season as well, man. It's like,
that's what I mean. The way he finished last season, he weren't exactly firing either. Could have, you know what I mean? So he didn't have any sort of like follow through with that. So I was a bit surprised with that. But you know, to get the 2-0 win, I'm happy. I can't complain too.
Absolutely not, boy. The way the Premier League, especially this year,
I'll pick up 3 points anytime.
You just celebrate any point, even if you're a big team, you know. Just any
it's got to be.
It's
savage this year, honestly.
Yeah, man. Telling you,
unless you got the cyborg on the team, even they have had hard games though. Like we said before, even they have had troublesome games.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
So, you know, it's not all done and dusted. That's for sure, man. Plenty of football to play, and like I said, it's that World Cup wedged in the middle. You don't know what's gonna happen to the season after the World Cup. You know,
who's going to be most affected? Isn't it?
Who's going to win the World Cup, Kuda?
You know what? Yeah, I've been thinking about this, innit? And you know, you got the obvious ones in it, like France, but I think France are going to flop. I think they're just going to do their normal France thing, just like they've done in the Euros. You know what I mean? Bare beef in the squad. I think Pogba and Kante not being available, it's not the same.
It's a problem.
What's it called? Yeah, I think people say France, but that's a no from me. I want to say Brazil, but again, the attack is nice. The midfield is mid. The defense is and like when they face a decent team, I don't see them holding down a result. To be honest, You know, it's a team that I don't want to say because I hate them. I think Argentina might do it, you know.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because you know what? Yeah, I've watched a couple of their games. Yeah, they are boring, but you know what? They play like a team. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they've got Messi. Do you know what I mean? But I'm even discounting the Messi side, But they just look like they look like a club team. You know what I mean? Like it looks like they. You know, you watch I watch Brazil, and you know you can look at anything. Yeah, these men don't play together often.
Yeah, he's an individual.
You can see it. You can see it, like, you know what I mean? Even France or whatever, But Argentina look very cohesive. And like I said, and they've got the cheat code as well on the side. That's if he doesn't choke the knockout rounds, because he seems to disappear in knockout rounds. But you know what I mean? If he's there for the knockout rounds, like, you know what I mean, like normally is. I think there might be a surprise one still.
That's a nice, decent outside shout, man. I'm sitting here thinking Brazil myself, but I think that's more romanticized. Romanticized, man, because they ain't been, you know what I mean, where they been at for the last few World Cups. You know what I mean? They ain't been there, man.
Because you know what it is with Brazil, yeah, like a front line of Richarlison, Vinicius Junior, Neymar, and is it Rafinha, whoever it is, yeah. Yeah, that's all nice on the ball, yeah, but off the ball, I don't like that.
Yeah, yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like
that's a not tracking back front line,
yeah.
that's for sure.
Do you know what I mean? And even if they do track back, they're getting twist up, like, do you know what I mean? Because they got no, yeah, man. They just off the ball. That just doesn't give me any confidence. Do you know what I mean? That's my only thing. On the ball, yeah, it's nice, but off the ball, there's no discipline in that. They get a corner, you're relying on them defenders and everyone else to be on it. You know what I mean? Because the other brothers ain't about to do nothing. So
no.
Man, I don't know, man. Brazil just doesn't either. I hope, like I said, who do I want to win? I would want Brazil to win. Actually, I want the African team to win, but that's just that's a pipe dream. But you know what I mean? I would like Brazil to win, yeah. You know what I mean? But I can't see it, but I can see Argentina doing it still.
Wait, they're increasing the teams next World Cup to like 46 teams or something like that. So
what are you saying? Zimbabwe got a chance, yeah?
Oh, hey. So Scotland could have, to be honest with
you. You know them ones. Hey, Nigeria might actually make this World Cup, you know, like that.
Wow.
It's so mad, boy. Hey, it is what it is, boy. It is what it is. What else we got anyway, boy?
Just
any other games? I can't think of another game.
The Premier League is I think was done and dusted, isn't it? From the weekend. I can't think of any other results that stuck out to me. To be honest with you.
Nah. I mean, Fulham got cooked by Newcastle, but that was because Chalobah got sent off. You know, in 2 seconds of the game. Like, you know who's annoyingly getting results? Your boy Lampard, bro. It's jarring me, blood. But he's kind of just steadying. He's steadying, and he's got his draws, and then he's got a couple of wins. Annoying. So annoying, though. Like, it's like, oh,
annoying. It's annoying. And on the reverse of that, you can see Gerrard now is starting to. It's looking a bit. You know.
What was the result? Actually, I didn't even against Leeds. Was that a win or a draw? Because I know
it was a draw, wasn't it? Or did not? No, it was a draw. It was a draw. No, I think.
Because Leeds were down to 10 men for a while in that game. Still.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a draw. Because
that's a poor result then. Because
I remember Leeds managers coming out. Yeah, it was a draw.
Because the guy got sent off pretty early in that game.
Yeah, Jody Marsh come out and said that it was a great result considering that we only had 10 men, and then Gerrard come out and said it's a poor result against 10 men for the majority of the game. Yeah,
he got sent off at 48 minutes, and that might have been actually in the first half. You know what I mean? So that's long.
you need to definitely be doing more than that, honestly.
Yeah, especially with the players he got. Remember when they signed them guys like what's he called, Coutinho, Diego Carlos, and they done the business early. Everyone was like, "Wow, business Aston Villa are doing." You know what I mean? They're looking kind of good. It's been very underwhelming, boy. Yeah, that whole aura thing they was talking about. Look at Gerrard; he's got the aura, aura hype, boy. You know what I mean? The aura ain't gonna get you results, boy. Coach, big like coach, blood. You know what I mean?
It is looking a bit better for old Lampard at the moment. He's churning away results, and that Connor Cody, but that Connor Cody loan signing looks a bit of shrewd business though. With Tarkowski at the back, you know he strengthened well. In as much as I don't like,
I don't understand that from a Wolves perspective. Why would they loan out Connor Cody?
I don't know. It was a weird one to start off with, though, wasn't it? Because he said Bruno Lage said he was going to go back to a back four, and didn't think he could play in a back four because he only played in a back three with Wolves before. But sometimes you can't make it up, did it?
So boy, there you go with that, boy.
There you go. But it's like Aubameyang, isn't it? He signed to Chelsea for Tuchel, and then 2 days later, Tuchel was going to see you later.
Yeah, that's peak. That's actually peak. Yeah, I think that we covered every result, actually. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Anyway, boys. Well, guys and girls, we've come to the end of the pod. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll have the full roster next week. I won't hold my breath, though. But
could be any random Donnies to turn up.
It would just be random up there, boys. You know, like that. You know what I mean? But guys, make sure to leave a like. You know what I mean? It's very important. If you've been watching this and you haven't left a like, unexpected bills and problems are on your way, big man. So leave a like. Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? It's just a click. One click of a button, you know, them ones, you know.
But
what I
if
mean?
you did leave a like, honestly, it heats your house slowly. So, you know, with the extra light on the like button. So save money on your house bills. If you're liking and subscribe.
This is it, man. This is it. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? Catch us on social media, you know, Twitter, End-to-End. Just search End-to-End Football Podcast. Yeah, man. Right at the top there. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything in the description, you know. And you've got Abbas to look forward to as well. Apparently he'll be back, you know what I mean, to explain what going for United.
Hopefully Man United lose next week again. So
we can get a full
better,
rundown,
more entertaining.
Exactly. We get a full rundown, full breakdown of what's going wrong at United. But yo, it is what it is, guys. Make sure to share the video as well. And I'll catch you again next week. Peace.
Laters.